do a review on Extreme Flight's Extra 300 EXP 91-inch wingspan. Pretty much what got me started into this build was a friend of mine who let me fly his 88-inch Edge from Extreme Flight, and as soon as I flew it, I knew I had to have the 50cc. Obviously, the wingspan, 91 inches. This is the blue version. There's the red version. I already have the red version 60-inch extra, so I went with the blue. Decided to have two different color airplanes, although I have two of the same exact airplanes. Starting with the motor. Hecker Q80 8M up front. Right now I'm spinning a 2410 carbon fiber prop, and it's doing fine, although I'm probably going to try out a 2510 because right now it's not really pulling the amount of watts that it could, so I'm going to throw a 25-inch prop on there. Hopefully it'll give me a little bit more power out of those hovers because, you know, I like big props when I go to fly. Behind the motor we have Castle HV160. It's the ICE version, the older version, the ICE 2, because the new Edge ones don't really work with the 28-pole Hacker motors. So if you're looking for a setup like this, you have to get the ICE 2. You cannot get an Edge or else it won't work. And I'm running version 3.27. That's the version that you have to use in order to get them to work correctly together. Servos. This is a difficult topic because I had absolutely no idea what servos I was going to use. After doing some research, I found some servos that Servos made, or Servos, however you want to call it. I don't really know. I don't really care, to be honest. They're just servos. Who cares how you pronounce it? Servos 1270 TGs are the exact ones that I decided to go with because I pretty much gauged it by the specs, which is and isn't good. It's good because those servos in particular are high voltage servos, so I could run 2S LiPo straight into them. After deciding on the Servos 1270 TGs, I threw them in. They worked perfectly fine. 487 ounces on 7.4 2S LiPo, which I thought was insane. Originally, I had a pole setup for the rudder, and that worked fine, except I was finding that the servo was having problems centering. It got to the point where I had to tighten the cable so much that it was definitely putting a strain on the bearings inside the servo, and even the cables and pretty much everything just wasn't really happy. So recently, I guess I'll start talking about the batteries. The batteries that I'm currently running are Glacier 8000 6S, running two of them, 12S in series, and the original batteries I was running were Glacier 5000 6S, two of them, and the problem I was having was, being this is a gas model, the actual center of gravity, I just couldn't get it right. It was always tail heavy. So I decided, alright, I need bigger batteries, and so I sold those. Now I switched to 8000s, and being that I did that, I knew that I'd be able to use a push-pull setup instead of the actual pull-pull setup, which is what I wanted at the beginning. So there I was, in my basement, taking apart my entire servo pull-pull setup, and only to find out that my servo was completely demolished as far as centering. It was jittering like crazy, like you wouldn't believe. So I knew it was time for a new rudder servo. So now, what's the servo called? My rudder servo is the MKS HBL 380, and this servo is actually designed for like 100cc airplanes. But I found a couple of guys who were using this in their 50cc airplanes, and I just didn't want to get something that wasn't going to work. So I went with that. It was crazy expensive. It was like, I think it's $189, and plus the arm that doesn't come with it and the hub to attach to the arm, you have to get separately. So all said and done, it cost me upwards of $200 just to get that rudder servo in. But that thing has so much power, I could probably lift multiple small children with it. All the rest of the surfaces are 1270 TGs. Right now, as far as centering, I mean, they're not great, but they're not bad. I'm only going to switch out the the other servos. This wind is killing me. Sorry for the wind noise. I was gonna fly today, but it got really windy. The stickers I have on it, I did not actually pay anyone to make these. I made these myself at school using a sticker machine, and I designed them myself on the computer, and my buddy helped me out make them. Shout out to my buddy Muslim. Helped me make these stickers, and I think they came out fine. They might not be totally the quality that maybe Beanie or whatever place would make them, but they're fine. I think they look sick, and the fact that I designed them and made them, no one else has the same stickers that I do on my plane. That's pretty cool, right? One major thing I did was I took out the pipe tunnel. The pipe tunnel is not structural in this airplane, and being that it's electric, there's no point for it. So I went ahead and chopped that out, and you could feel that it was definitely a few ounces that I was taking out of it for sure. That also helped with the center of gravity issue I was having. Now with the new battery setup and the rudder in the tail, it's working perfectly as far as center of gravity. I've got it dialed in perfectly right now. Right now I have the battery set pretty much equal with the front right over here, this front brace that's on the inside. They're pretty much sitting flush with that. Those are the back of the packs, the front of the packs a little closer to the wing too. You'll notice I actually took the wheel pans off. That's not because of weight reduction or I'm a weight weenie or something that I want to take them off. It just so happens that on all of my airplanes, they just don't last. Sometimes I land in the grass because I don't always land perfectly, or I'm doing some like gnarly rolling carrier landing thing, or I land by accident, who knows, but they always end up cracking and falling off. So that's why they're not on there. And the ones on here are actually pretty heavy, so I don't mind taking them off. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. If you like videos like this, reviews, I might do a review on my bike in the future. I might be getting a new bike soon because my bike currently is kind of falling apart. I guess I ride it too hard or something, who knows. And then, yeah, if you have any questions, leave me a question in the comment. I'll try to answer it as far as my setup on my airplane. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hope you enjoyed this video. This is my 91-inch Extra 300 from Extreme Flight.
This hit is Givenchy, $900 jeans, homie. All these girls be raunchy, like let me see your peen, homie. She trying to cause a scene, but I'm in Paris with my team, walking slow like I'm on lean. Damn, my nigga jewelry looks so clean.